Would the keeper of the flame please bring forward the Christ candle? Namaste.
All right, it's so strange to be back. Woo. Okay, good morning, beloved of God. Right where you are at this moment, the light of Spirit shines through you. Infinitely loved by God, you are the light of the world. I am Linda, and I welcome you to Unity Spiritual Center of Waco this morning. And if you haven't done so, please check your phones, and I'll check mine when I sit down. Please stand as you're able and join in our congregational singing. Okay, let us say together our statement of truth, which is on the screen. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotent. We are a beacon of love and light for those who need this spiritual home right now. And let us say together our vision, mission, and unity principle for today. Our vision: to awaken an awareness of spirit in our lives through the practice of timeless spiritual teachings. Our mission: raise consciousness, transform lives, heal the planet, one person at a time, beginning with me. And our 5 principles, these ancient universal principles taught by Unity, offer foundational guidance for living abundantly and staying in tune with your own divine nature. Today is number 5, together. It is not enough to understand spiritual teachings. We must apply our learning to all areas of life, incorporating them into our thoughts, words, and actions. And you guys are being mean. I get to do the daily word. For Sunday, June 28th, the word is connection. I share a connection with the human family, the world's creatures, and the universe itself. I am reminded of the words of astronomer Carl Sagan, who wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." I affirm this cosmic connection and more. I feel I am a part of everything and connected with everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us in God. When the world feels lonely and I'm struggling to find my place in it, I remember this cosmic connection and that despite our service differences, we have much in common. I value my connection with others and seek to make new ones. I treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness in God. And from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, therefore encourage one another and build up each other as indeed you are doing. And our affirmation for the day I'll say, and then we'll all repeat together. I share a connection to all living things. I share a connection to all living things.
Thank you, Linda. And unfortunately, we didn't have our voice with us today. Lucinda had some surgery. They say it went extremely well. She's recovering, and we keep her in thoughts and prayers. So let's open our service today, as always, greeting one another, and we especially want to welcome you who are joining us online and know that you are a part of this church and this church family, and we're thinking of you too. So let's do that now.
Be the love you are. Be the love you are. Just as Master Jesus taught us. Be the love you are. Shine the light you bear. Shine the light you bear. Just as Sing the song you hear, just as Master Jesus taught us. Sing the song you hear. Know the joy of life. Know the joy of life. Just as Master Jesus taught us. Know the joy of life.
Good morning, everyone. I think a few of us started our holiday a little early this week, but we got all the good ones here. So. Anyway, I'm Reverend Don, and it's a pleasure to be back and to welcome each of you here at Unity Spiritual Center today. Honestly, I'd rather be back in Victor, Idaho, but I'm here. So, together we affirm and celebrate our unity, our oneness with each other, our oneness with all that is, and our oneness in God. Your presence is essential for each of us as a unique aspect of the energy that expresses as Unity Spiritual Center right here and right now, and we know that none of us are here by accident or coincidence. Unity is a New Thought denomination, yet New Thought is nothing new to the world. It is in reality a synthesis of the greatest spiritual concepts from minds and spirits across the ages. In Unity, we believe that all people are created with sacred worth regardless of culture, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or creed, and we know that neither God nor Unity leaves anyone out. So as we begin the service today, as always, let's do so in prayer. Infinite presence, dear loving Spirit, that Spirit that's indwelling in each of us, that breathes through all of creation. We pause in this sacred moment to remember who we are. We acknowledge that you are not distant, not separate, but alive within us as wisdom, as love, truth-seeking expression. You are the quiet nudge towards kindness, the gentle whisperer calling us into alignment, the steady presence inviting us to live what we know. So today we open ourselves not just to hear spiritual truth, but to embody it. Where we have simply understood, give us the courage to apply. Where we have hesitated, give us the willingness to act. Where our thoughts, words, actions have been out of alignment, lovingly guide us back into harmony. Let this be a time of awakening, a time where knowledge becomes living wisdom, and where belief becomes demonstration, and especially where love becomes our way of being. We give thanks for the power within us to live that truth to walk in alignment and to be a blessing in this world. When the disciples asked how should they pray, Jesus gave them the Lord's Prayer, which we say together now is translated from the Aramaic, the language that Jesus spoke. It's on the screen. Together? Infinite presence, which is everywhere. Your name is sacred. Your kingdom is come. Your will is throughout the earth, even as it is throughout the universe. You give us our needful bread from day to day, and you forgive our offenses, even as we forgive our offenders. And you let us not enter into materialism, but you separate us from error. Because yours are the kingdom, the power, and the song, and the praise, from all ages, throughout all ages, sealed in faith, trust, and truth. Amen. Each of us is the light and love of God, spiritual beings having a physical experience. You are God's beloved, and we embrace you today. This is a time in our service when we normally would bless the children. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any quite in that category here today. So we're going to bless all the children of the world. So let's just rub our hands together and get some nice warm energy flowing. Hold our hands up and say, children of the world, we love you, we bless you, and we behold the Christ in you.
When things go wrong, it's natural to wonder, what celestial rule did I break? When things go right, it's logical to ponder, what credit can I take? But the truth is so much easier. I don't need a master plan. I can live here in the moment, 'cause my life is in good hands. I don't need to know where the wind blows, 'cause God don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. But still I find I'm crying out for answers. Guess I'm still craving control. And still I find I'm afraid of taking chances, as if I could damage my soul. But at this moment, I remember it comes so clear to me that the minute I surrender, I'm as safe as I could be. I don't need to know where the time goes, 'cause God knows. I don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go. I can just let go. I can just let go. 'Cause God knows, God knows, God knows.
Lucinda's not with us today, but we have her voice and we have her music, and that's great because, as always, beautiful voice. And if you're joining us online, know that our thoughts are with you. Today, well, this week, we're celebrating a real milestone in this country. It's coming up on our 250th birthday. What a joyous thought that is, a country that started from bondage, being tied down, and the people coming together to create freedom and to, well, make this beautiful place we live. And it was working together that created that freedom. We need to do that again, work together to bring about peace, freedom, understanding, because we are all one people, one spirit. And that's what our talk's about today. So as we talk today, we gather to reflect on a principle that is both simple and profoundly challenging. It's not enough to understand spiritual teachings. We must apply our learning to all areas of life, incorporating them into our thoughts, words, our actions. This is the movement from knowing to being, from belief to embodiment, and from inspiration to transformation. Because truth, when merely understood, sits quietly in the mind, but truth, when lived, becomes power. We have that power. Many of us have spent years studying spiritual ideas. We've read books, listened to sermons, taken notes, highlighted passages, gone to classes, been online, spent a lot of time, invested a lot of money trying to learn just what the next step is, what's going to help me to be a better person, what's going to help me to learn. We can speak eloquently about love, oneness, forgiveness, and divine presence. But here is the gentle, loving question that Principle asks of us. Is it possible to understand unity and still hold resentment? Is it possible to affirm abundance and still live in fear? Is it possible to speak of love and still act in judgment? Understanding alone does not transform us. application. That's what makes a difference. Living that truth that each of us knows right here, right in here. Knowing the truth is like holding a seed in your hand. Living that truth is planting it, nurturing it, allowing it to grow. Spiritual teachings are not meant to remain in the realm of ideas. They are tools for living. They're invitations to practice. If we believe that God is everywhere present, then how does that shape the way we treat the person in front of us? Think about that for a moment. How do you treat the people around you? I wished I was better at it. I think I'm learning. We have old ideas, old beliefs, old habits that come up over and over again in our life. But when they do, take a step. Remember it. Is this who I want to be, what I want to be, how I want to act? Maybe you get a little bit better. Take a step back. I've still got stuff I'd like to change about myself, but I've been here 15 years, been a minister here almost 9.5. And I think I can confidently say, you've seen me grow, mature, get a little better. At least I hope you have. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting better. I'm learning. I'm opening. I still remember holding this the first time I talked, like, oh God, what do we do now? But it gets better if we practice it. If we believe that God is everywhere present, then how does that shape the way we treat the person in front of us? Think about that, yeah. If we believe that thoughts are creative power, then how intentional are we with our thinking? If we believe that we are expressions of divine love, then how often do we choose love when it's difficult? If we believe, we got to believe in here, to hold on to that, to let it direct us, to guide us. Application is where spirituality becomes real. It shows up. In the tone of your voice during a disagreement, in the patience you offer when tested, in the forgiveness you extend when hurt, in the courage you claim when afraid. Let's look at Jesus, our wayshower, our teacher, our example. He had many instances as he was growing in his life and learning. There was times when he let anger get a hold of him, like when we read about the money changers, when he let his emotions go. I wasn't there, I can't exactly say what he was thinking, what he was doing. But later, as he grew, as he let go and he embodied that truth, when people persecuted him, physically, emotionally, he held on to that truth. The same truth that he says we have. That's all we have to do is live that truth. Let go of what's holding you back from who you are. Spirituality is not separate from life. It is meant to infuse every moment of it. Unity's fifth principle calls us into alignment. Not partial alignment, not occasional alignment, but full integration. Thoughts rooted in truth, words reflect truth, actions that demonstrate truth. When these three are in harmony, something powerful happens. We become congruent, authentic, and whole. Doesn't happen overnight. Wish it would. But we take each step, each day, to get a little better, to learn. Reminds me of a story I thought about for this sermon. Don't know if this is where I wanted to put it or not, but I will. While we were up in Idaho, staying in a home that we rented for a week, had a wonderful time, I must admit. The house was all furnished, had some food, but it had all the, dishes and coffee cups and everything we needed, pots and pans. Well, in the cabinet they had the coffee cups was a whole assortment. There was no real set pattern or anything, just whatever ended up in there. There was one cup I loved. It had, it was from the Grand Tetons, and it had some sayings and whatnot on the outside about the Grand Tetons. But the inside of the cup was a picture of the Grand Tetons and the lake and everything, and I looked and I said, now that's unique. I love that cup. This is a great cup. And I thought, the owners of this house show up here about twice a year, stay a couple of weeks, go home. They have no idea what's in that cabinet as far as cups. Somebody left this here, and it really doesn't matter. And I love this cup. I ought to take this cup home. I thought about it, said, if I take this cup, they'll never miss it, never know. But then I thought about it, and I said, if I take that cup, I'm going to feel guilty. Do I want to do that? I love that cup. But that cup's still in Idaho. I mean, we make the little choices every day on how we want to live our truth, our life. There are times we face boundaries and we see that boundary. Do we want to step beyond it? Or do we want to pull back? Because we know in our heart what we need to do, what's right, what we need to avoid. You make a choice every day, several times a day, on how to live your life, your truth. When we're in alignment, we feel it. Saying kind words while thinking critical thoughts creates tension. Affirming abundance while acting from a scarcity creates confusion. And claiming peace while choosing conflict creates inner unrest. We have that choice. Alignment is not about perfection. It's about awareness and willingness. Each moment becomes an opportunity to ask, does this thought reflect what I believe? Does this word align with love? Does this action express who I truly am? Let us be clear. Aligning spiritual principles is not always easy. It's easy to speak of love when everything is going well. It's harder to choose love when you feel misunderstood. It's easy to affirm peace and stillness, but it's harder to embody that peace in chaos when things aren't going the way you think they should. And yet, it is precisely in those challenging moments that our practice deepens. This is where transformation happens. I wish I could always say I do that, but I don't. I don't think any of us do. But I'm trying to get better at it. I hope we all are. Every difficult interaction becomes a classroom. Every emotional trigger becomes a teacher. And every moment of choice becomes sacred. You're not asked to be perfect. You are invited to be intentional. Living truth does not require grand gestures. It is built in small, consistent choices. I still like that coffee cup. Choosing patience instead of irritation. Choosing understanding instead of judgment. Choosing faith instead of fear, and choosing love instead of separation. That's where we make progress. These small choices accumulate. They reshape your consciousness. They ripple outward into your relationships, your work, your community, this church family. And over time, something remarkable happens. You no longer try to live the truth, you become it. It's through practice. We always have a choice on how we want to live our life. As I said, we went on to a remarkable vacation. Every part of it was fantastic. Went with our daughters, their husbands, the grandkids, even dragged a boyfriend along with us. And we all rented a house and lived in the house. And we went to a lot of remarkable places. For 11 days, I never turned on a TV. Not once. Didn't even miss it. That surprises me. Even now, we got back, and I'm watching a lot less news because I still feel I'm responsible to take steps to make life better. If I see a wrong, take steps to change it, but not to embody that conflict. Change what you can and let go of what you can't. Whether it's write a letter, take whatever steps you can do to make life better. We're all in this together. But you're still a loving spirit. And if we want to change the world, that's how we do it. We put out that energy, that love. Each of us. That's where our power is in here. Over time, something remarkable happens. Yeah, you become that. As you continue, something shifts. Love becomes your natural response. Peace becomes your steady foundation. And when you embody truth, you become a living demonstration of it. Your presence speaks louder than your words ever could. We live in a world that does not need information. It needs transformation. Your presence speaks louder than your words ever could. We live in a world that does not need more information, as I said. We live in a world where we need to express truth. It does not need more people to explain spiritual principles. It needs more people to live them. People who respond with compassion in the face of anger, stand in truth when it is uncomfortable, extend grace or peace when judgment would be easier, and act with integrity when no one is watching. I still like that coffee cup. This is how we change the world. Not by preaching truth, but by embodying it. So today, let us make a simple but powerful commitment. Not just to learn, but to live. Not just to understand, but to apply that understanding to our life. Not just to believe, become. Let each day begin with intention. How can I live that truth today? Let each moment become a practice. Am I choosing love here? Let each evening be a reflection. Where did I align? And where can I grow? This is not about judgment, it's about growth, awareness, expansion. Imagine a life where your thoughts, words, and actions are fully aligned with truth. Imagine a world where we all did that. Imagine relationships shaped by authenticity and love. Challenges met with faith and clarity. A presence so grounded in truth that it uplifts everyone around you. You can do that. We've all known people like that, people who live that love, that truth. This is not a distant ideal. It's a living possibility. And it begins not with knowing more, but with living what you already know. So as we wrap this up with an affirmation for each of us, I am a living expression of truth. I align my thoughts, words, and actions with divine love. I do not merely understand spiritual principles, I live them. And in living them, I transform my life and bless the world. May we go forth not as collectors of truth, but as expressions of it. That's what we're here to learn. Actually, not even to learn, just to let go of what holds us back from what we already are. Each of us is a unique expression of God, a unique expression of love. So let's take that now into a time of meditation. So let's begin by just sitting back and allowing the chair to support you. And take a deep, slow breath in. And gently release that. Again, breathing in, allowing our body to soften, and exhale, letting go of any tension. Allow your breath to find a natural, easy rhythm. Now bring your awareness inward to that quiet space within you. The place where spirit lives as your very essence. Rest here for a moment. Gently affirm within yourself, there is a divine presence within me. It is guiding me, shaping me, and living as me. Now bring to mind the idea of alignment. Your thoughts, your words, your actions. Without judgment, simply notice, where am I already living my truth? Where is there an invitation to grow? breathe into that awareness. Not to fix or force, but to allow. Now silently affirm, I am willing to live what I know. I align my thoughts with truth. I speak words of love. I act with integrity and compassion. Feel that alignment settling within you, like a quiet strength, a steady presence. Let it expand, filling your heart, your mind, your body. Know that this truth is not something you must chase. It is already within you, ready to be expressed. Rest now in that knowing. And now, when you are ready, gently bring your awareness back, carrying this sense of alignment with you. And take one more deep breath in and release. And so it is.
I'm so sorry I didn't buy that cup.
Me too.
Ah, gee. Okay. Okay, I'm all thumbs. If you are here for the first time, the ushers will give you a packet of information about Unity and about our church. Please know we welcome and bless you. We invite you to join us for coffee, snacks, and conversation, which is usually a lot, in Fellowship Hall after the service. Please fill out the form on the back of the envelope and give it to Reverend Margot. Okay, this is the time in our service when we have an opportunity to give back to the work of Spirit through our offerings and our tithes. We give in love and gratitude for our own prosperity in its many forms, which comes to us through God, our instant, constant, and abundant source. If today is your first visit, we would like to honor and acknowledge that you are a blessing to us and that your presence here today is your gift to this ministry. You are not expected to participate in the offerings. Will the ushers please come forward? Well, we've got a good one. I invite you to hold your offerings in your hand as we say our offertory blessing together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all of the good I am and have, all the good I give and receive, and I am grateful.
run off.
My gift goes forth on the wings of love, and it lands where it can heal and bless. It returns to me, multiplied 1,000-fold, as the universe says yes, yes, as the universe says yes.
Thank you, Doug. Shall we circle up?
I just want you to know that if this had been the first time I ever visited a Unity church and I heard your message, I would come back again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Whoop, 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 whoop. We're getting there. Okay, our prosperity affirmation. We affirm the continued growth and prosperity of Unity Spiritual Center to Waco, and we are grateful. And our prayer for protection, the light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
And the presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Now my voice can boom out.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
You each are the love and light of this world. Let your light shine forth. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Amen.